Good afternoon, everyone. First, let me apologize that our air conditioner is not working this afternoon, but hopefully we'll get a gentle breeze and cool it off just a little bit. Again, let me just say good afternoon. My name is Ron Matthews, and I'm plant manager here at the ICI Pharmaceuticals Group Newark site. I would like to begin today's program by welcoming our distinguished guests, our ICI colleagues, and the Newark site employees. I thank each of you for being with us today for what is a very significant event for our site and for the ICI U.S. Pharmaceuticals business. Today's groundbreaking officially marks the beginning of a $24.7 million expansion project for construction of a state-of-the-art sterile manufacturing facility for Mirum. As most of you know, Mirum is a broad-spectrum antibiotic currently in advanced stages of development for the treatment of serious infections. The new facility will meet requirements for international production of this medication. The selection of our site as a location for this important high-technology facility is a source of great pride to us all who work here. Our site has an excellent track record for producing first-rate products thanks to our employees and their strong commitment to quality, safety, and continuous improvement in all that we do.
I'd like to say I'm very proud to be associated with the Newark site. I've been associated with it for about 11 years now, and I'm very glad to be here on this special occasion. Biggest thing I'm proud of is the people here. The big reason that we're having this Mirum investment is for the technical ability and the knowledge and skills and working team effort of the Newark site. Mirum and other new products coming down the line out of ICI's good research pipeline certainly give us a bright future. Going forward with the groundbreaking ceremonies, I'd like to acknowledge a very significant event that happened at this site over the last few weeks. On June 10th, the site achieved over 4 million hours of work without a lost time accident. That's a tremendous achievement. Almost 4 years without a lost time injury. I'd like to congratulate you all. Another group I'd like to mention, some of which couldn't be here, but the people who've worked on Mirum for a number of years, both in the UK and Fairfax, and at this site, working on the drug development, clinical studies, and commercial plans for the Mirum. A number of them in the audience, and I'd just like our guests from Fairfax and other locations to please stand to be recognized.
This is indeed a very special event for our U.S. business, and we're delighted to have every one of you here today to share in our groundbreaking ceremony. As some of you know, ICI PLC Chairman Sir Dennis Henderson has challenged every ICI business and operating unit around the world, including our own U.S. Pharmaceuticals Group, to be among the world's leaders in developing and applying high-technology systems and approaches to what we do. The research-based pharmaceutical industry is perhaps one of the best examples of how technology can have a significant impact on the world. ICI's pharmaceutical researchers have for years applied advanced drug discovery and drug development methods to their work, which have resulted in breakthroughs in areas as diverse as cardiology, oncology, anesthesia, and anti-infectives, to name a few. But high technology also applies to the way in which we manufacture, package, store, and distribute our products, and the many ways in which we assure the quality of our products that ultimately reach patients through pharmacies and hospitals. For those of you who have had the opportunity to tour this Newark site, I'm sure you'll agree that this facility is already very high-tech and very well run. But the building which will be constructed on this spot will, in many ways, be even more advanced than the existing facilities. There's no doubt that our project team and construction crews have their work cut out for them. But I'm certain that they feel, as I do, that it's a tribute to their past accomplishments that our Newark site has been selected as the location for the Mirum sterile facility. And I can assure our next speaker, the head of our international pharmaceutical operation, that the Newark site and all of us in the U.S. business will do everything in our power to ensure that the Merom facility is such a great success that he'll feel compelled to bring special projects to us and new challenges in the future.
Investment in dedicated production facilities for a new pharmaceutical product is one of the most important events in our calendar and the mark of a healthy business, because it is only through the introduction of new medicines that we can thrive in the long term. We have chosen Newark as the site for this Merom plant because of the importance of the US market for antibiotics, and because the production and technical support facilities here achieve the very high standards that are necessary. Newark stands out as one of the most advanced sites within ICI's international pharmaceutical business, and will readily be able to absorb this demanding new technology. I believe it is true to say that the standards achieved here are the equal of anything elsewhere in the United States. The new plant, as you have just heard, will be a sterile facility which must meet exacting regulatory standards in producing a finished antibiotic ready for use as an injectable treatment for serious bacterial infections. It will add another dimension to the Newark site capabilities, and it is testimony to the central role of Newark that ICI's international pharmaceutical strategy has used this as a place for this new investment and will be keeping it as a strategic manufacturing center for the foreseeable future. This is our first large investment in antibiotic production facilities for many years, and it demonstrates the importance we attach to Merom as a major international product. Much of the clinical development work has been carried out in the United States, and your medical and scientific colleagues in Wilmington have worked closely with many of the leading centers for treating infectious disease. The launch of the product will be a culmination of their efforts in cooperation with their colleagues in Europe, a true example of international collaboration which is necessary to bring a modern pharmaceutical product to the market. I was especially pleased to renew my acquaintanceship with people in the Newark plant this morning, because I remember how efficiently you all operated when I was here a number of years ago. It's quite clear that you have built on the standards that were achieved then and advanced them over the years, and it is indeed a most impressive site. It is obvious you take a justified pride in your achievements. I'm sure you are well prepared to accept the challenges Merom production will offer you. I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for the contribution you are making to the success of our business. Throughout the 21-year history of this site, there has been ample demonstration of your commitment, always rising to the special challenges and supporting our business objectives. You have played a vital role in the introduction of new products such as Norvadex, Tenormin, Zestral, and Diprivan, which have driven our past growth and will continue to ensure a healthy business for the future. ICI Pharmaceuticals is committed to developing and producing innovative products that contribute to human health and a better quality of life. I am sure you will continue to help us to achieve these objectives, and the new facility marks a step forward in the expertise and experience that will be gained on the Newark site. Your excellent record, I am sure, will enable you to develop the new technology to its full potential. And that will certainly, as Bob Black hopes, lead us back here as we bring future new products from our research pipeline into the marketplace. All it remains for me to say, I think, is good luck with this project.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. on this very special and warm afternoon. And I'm really delighted to be here to join all the others on the platform here to celebrate what is a very special occasion for this site. And on behalf of the other 20,000 employees of ICI Americas, I really congratulate you on their behalf for what you have done and what you're going to do. Now, I wanted to say a few words this afternoon, not so much about this new facility, great though it is and wonderful the technology is, and you've heard a lot about that already. I'd like to talk about the tremendous resource we have here on this site, namely the people of Newark. Quite apart from the great facility that we have here, which is, as David Friend said, is a leader in the pharmaceuticals industry in the United States, we also have leadership in the community efforts around about the Delaware Valley. I'm also proud to share today with our visitors in particular, all of you know this, that not only, as Ron Matthews has mentioned, have you achieved 4 million hours of free of lost time accidents, but Ron and his staff and each and every one of you can be very proud that you last year won the very first ICI Chairman's Environmental Award. Now, you'll remember that this award was won for a very innovative and comprehensive program of environmental awareness which was directed towards the elimination, the recycling and minimization of waste. And this program stemmed quite naturally from your quality program that you're well down the track with. So 1 year later, that program which you won the award for last year, I believe is doing extremely well, and long may it do so. So very briefly, I've attempted to describe some of the many things that you and this site are busy in, that you're involved in, both with the community and with the environment. And I extend my personal thanks to each and every one of you here today for the good work that you're doing in the community. I mean, it's great that you do good work in the company, but I think it's tremendous that you're also doing good work for the people around you.
Well, thank you very much, Ben. I am very pleased to be here. You have to understand that we were in legislative session until sometime after 4 o'clock. But the good news is that we have signed a budget. The better news is we did not increase your taxes at all this year in the state of Delaware. New Jersey has, or at least had, an expression, New Jersey and you perfect together. I'm not sure anything in New Jersey is actually perfect together, but I think we can beat that by saying that, excuse me if you're from New Jersey, that was just a little funny aside. I didn't mean anything intentionally by it. I think we can top it, though, by saying Delaware and ICI perfect together, which really is, in my judgment, very, very true and accurate. We thank all of the officials of ICI. I don't know anything about Merom. I don't know anything really about pharmaceuticals. I didn't know anything about microns until I stood here. I thought I was going to dissolve into microns as I walked up here after what I heard here today. I don't know anything about sterile environments. I live in Legislative Hall where nothing is very sterile at all. But I know a lot about business, and I know a lot about the state of Delaware. And I will tell you that there's some recent things that I've seen are very interesting because they really reflect on you, the wonderful employees of ICI, as well as those here who help run ICI. One is that Delaware is the #1 high-tech employer on a per capita basis in the United States of America. That means that more people in this state are involved in high-tech employment than any place else in this country. Probably all of you are classified in that category, if I had to guess. Secondly, is there was a report by a think tank in Washington which looked at all the states to determine where the best employees are, and they gave 2 states outstanding ratings as far as their employees are concerned, the states of Maryland and Delaware. And I add Maryland happily because I'm sure that some of you are from Maryland as well as from Delaware. But they looked at all the background of all the people and where could you find the best employees, and those were the 2 states. Recently, I've seen statistics on exporting from Delaware, and Delaware is one of the leading export states in the entire United States of America. We have been able to balance our budget now for 16-some years in the state of Delaware. We've actually become a low-tax state. Money Magazine recently said that Delaware is the 3rd best state to live in as a retiree in terms of the tax burden that would not be placed on you if you lived here in this state. We're very proud of all these things. We've worked hard to bring it together and to provide opportunity to people in this state. But quite frankly, it would not happen if great employers such as ICI, and Dale Wolf and I were talking about this and what a super company this is, and I can't congratulate all of you enough. If a great company like this did not decide to locate here, if we did not have great people like you who make this happen, if we didn't have the chambers of commerce and the elected officials who support the idea of good public-private partnerships, it's really all come together here in the state of Delaware. I am delighted to be here at this expansion. I am delighted that in a couple of years some other governor, because I'm not allowed to run again for it, will be able to be here to cut a ribbon and go in the door of this new wonderful building as you start to turn out a new product that a great company, one of the great international companies, has chosen Newark, Delaware as a place for an expansion of its next product. This is of vital importance to all of us, and I think it recognizes all those facts that I summarized for you to make sure that Delaware continues to be great and that we have that great combination of ICI and Delaware. So for all those reasons, I am delighted to be here.
I'm always excited to be at a groundbreaking. I think groundbreakings are things that mean milestones for important businesses. And I, over my years in business and having been the CEO of a very small pharmaceutical company, I know what must have gone into the expansion at this site. The two Davids, I can just hear the words coming over now about the competence of the employees and what you've been able to accomplish, the fact that you were the most productive group in all the ICI, and then I hope you also added that Delaware is a great place to be. As Mike said, we like to brag about businesses in Delaware, about the quality of life in Delaware, and the fact that we who serve in government feel it's awfully important that your jobs not only remain good jobs, but have the opportunity to grow. I, for one, hope that Mirum is the greatest product IC ever had, because I know it'll be good for all of us.
You know, we can be pleased in the county with this ICI pharmaceutical plant here in Newark because it's considered to be one of the best pharmaceutical production and technical support facilities in the country. The addition of the anticipated sterile facility will further enhance this Newark facility, which has been dedicated to modernization and expansion for more than 20 years. And we can also be pleased that this facility is going to continue to provide hundreds of quality jobs right here in Newcastle County. I want to commend Dr. Lochtenberg, the 551 employees of this facility, and all the employees of ICI for the excellent job that you do, not only in Newcastle County, not only in the state or this country, but throughout the world. But you're also a good neighbor. When ICI has been called upon by Newcastle County to get involved in many community events, you are there. We never have to ask twice. And I personally, on behalf of all the citizens of the county, want to thank you for that. So on behalf again of the citizens, I wish you best of luck with this new facility and best of luck in all your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Now we would like to commence our groundbreaking by inviting all of those seated on the front.
Are we supposed to synchronize this?
I'd like to invite David Fred to lead us in the ceremonial shovel as we break ground for our new Mirum facility. Push.
Very good, very good. Oh, look at that. Look at that.